The US president has said that he is willing to impose sanctions on Russia, but Europe has to act in a way that is proportional to the US.
He said that Europe was still buying oil from Russia and that European sanctions against Russia were not tough enough.
Now, Trump also said that he was confident of the ceasefire talks between Russian President Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky, and that these talks will take place. He added that the talks would happen relatively soon, although he would be required to do all the talking since the two leaders hate each other.
Well, they're not doing the job. NATO has to get together. Europe has to get together and do it. Look, Europe they're my friends, but they're buying oil from Russia. So we can't be expected to be the only ones that are, full bore. But Europe is buying oil from Russia. I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they're putting on are not tough enough. And I'm willing to do sanctions, but they're going to have to toughen up their sanctions commensurate with what I'm doing.
Now, Trump's statement comes at a crucial juncture as Poland and Romania reportedly got buzzed by Russian drones. The Polish foreign minister has said Russian drones that entered Polish airspace were intended to test NATO's response without sparking a full-scale war. He briefed that the drones were all duds and rejected a suggestion by President Donald Trump that the incident could have been a mistake.
Alarmed by the twin drone incursion incidents, NATO has launched Operation Eastern Sentry to help protect the airspace of Poland and Eastern Europe. Video released by French armed forces showed Rafale fighter jets equipped with air-to-air missiles conducting combat air patrols in Poland's skies.
NATO says it is bulking up its defensive posture on its eastern flank bordering Belarus, Russia and Ukraine, with new equipment to deter potential Russian aggression following airspace violations by Russian drones.
The Alliance Supreme Commander in Europe said that Operation Eastern Sentry will add equipment from France, Denmark, Germany and the UK to its existing air and ground-based defenses. Romania, which also saw drone incursions, has strongly condemned the breach of its airspace, saying Moscow's actions posed a new challenge to Black Sea security.
EU's chief diplomat Kaja Kallas termed Russia's drone incursion into Romania as reckless escalation. She said that the incident was yet another unacceptable breach of an EU member state's sovereignty.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky has urged Ukraine's allies to learn from Ukraine's cost-effective counter-drone tactics. Zelensky said that his country was ready to teach all partners how to defend themselves. He added that the Russians were exploring how to bring the war to Poland and the Baltic states.
Well, on the other hand, Russian Foreign Ministry's ambassador for Ukraine, Rodion Miroshnik, has accused Ukraine of not holding talks with Russia. He said that Ukraine was unwilling to hold talks that must have happened behind closed doors within working groups to elaborate the most acceptable model of a potential settlement.
And parallel to this, Russia continues to hold joint military drills with Belarus. The day 3 of the Zapad 2025 exercise showed coastal missile systems being fired and firing Ural missiles, military helicopters providing fire support to assault groups, and the Baltic Fleet forces practicing actions to provide emergency rescue to a ship.